Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers. Today we are in the class 12th and you will watch the video of chapter number 7, whose title is Security in the Contemporary World Politics. Today we will try to know the meaning and the types of the security. The security has different meanings at different levels. For an ordinary man or a layman, it means the freedom from threat of existence, or in the way of living of a layman or an ordinary man. But at the international level, we mean when there is a threat to the core values of a nation or a state, which include its territorial integrity, which include its independence, or whenever there is any kind of interference from outside or inside in the devolution of powers, or what we call threat to the sovereignty. This refers to this notion of security. The security broadly has been divided into two categories: the traditional notion of security as well as the non-traditional notion of security. In the traditional notion of security, when there is the threat to the core values of a state or a nation from outside of its borders, or any threat from the external, what we call the external threat, when there is the threat from any border, or when there is threat from any nation to the sovereignty, to the national integrity, or to the independence of the state, we call that this is the external notion of security, which is under the ambit of the traditional notion of security. And it has its components in which there is the balance of power, when there is the alliance building, when there is the question on the defense of the country, which it has been seen in the European countries or in the developed countries. However, the another notion of the security comes from the internal threats. Whenever any kind of insurgency, or whenever any kind of guerrilla war tactics, or whenever any kind of violence arises within the borders of a nation, or there is a threat from the inside of the state, that is regarded as the internal notion of security. This internal notion of security, or as well as the external notion of security, is directly comes under the notion of security, or what we call traditional security. Here we will try to know what comes when there is the balance of power. And what is the balance of power? The balance of power means when there is the equilibrium, or when there is the certain kind of stability, whenever the nations come together for power relations with each other. Some nations regulate their power relations without interference of big powers. When there is not any kind of interference from the big powers, or the what we call during the Cold War era, we have seen that the two powers, or the bipolarity system, was existing. Everything was under their consideration. Everything was coming to be known to, under their ideology. As such, whenever any country, or whenever some countries together come to form their power relations without the interference of the big powers, at this time we will call that this is the balance of power. This balance of power has been uh, discussed by the Lord Kettledrum, who says that the balance of power means to prevent anyone of them from becoming the sufficiently strong to impose its will upon others. For balance of power, when some countries or when two or more than two countries come together and share their power in order to get more strengthened with each other, in order to share their military technology, in order to share their arms and ammunitions, in order to have a common goal. As such, they became threat for others, what we call that this is the balance of power. And this balance of power or the alliance building has always become the counter, the opponents always form the counter alignments. As such, as we have seen when this USA and USR, these two powers were there, when there was the bipolarity, existence of bipolarity at that time, when there was the formation of CETO, when there was the formation of CENTO, when there was the formation of this NATO. In this regard, the opponent country, the Russian bloc, or what we call the Eastern Bloc, has also formed its own alliance, what we which was known as the Warsaw Pact. The, here we are having several methods of balance of power. Here we can see the compensation, the alliance building, and intervention and non-intervention. There likewise divide and rule policy, buffer zones or the buffer states. Likewise, another is the armament and the disarmament. These all happened during the course of Cold War. In the compensation, we see when there is the annexation or the division of the territory within the states, what is known as, what we call that this is the tactics of compensation. When there is the annexation or when there is a division of the territorial integrity of any state, it becomes that it has been compensated. It was used by the France, it was used by the Britain, it was used by the Italy and the Russia under the treaty of Anglo-Russia for domination of Ethiopia and other states during 1917. Likewise, we are having the alliance building. In the alliance building, when the military powers or when the nations agree with each other that they will form a common army contingent in order to make them more effective in the world affairs. This is known as alliance building, and this alliance building is always the opponent countries go for its own alliance buildings. Likewise, there is the intervention and the non-intervention policy. This is another tool, this is another device which the nations practice with each other in order to make them more powerful. In the intervention here refers the forceful intervention or the forceful interference into one's affairs. And when any country or when any nation from outside the border goes to attack or goes to violate the rules of the nation within its borders deliberately, or its opposite is non-intervention. When any country deliberately tries to keep itself apart from taking the part within the borders of any country, this is the policy of non-intervention. This is also the threat to the security, and this is also regarded as the security threat. Another aspect of the another type of this security is divide and rule. The divide and rule has been practiced by the Britishers within the India in order to keep the independence movement at the stake, in order to keep the parties or made the division within the religions, within the people living within the territory on the basis of their ideology, on the basis of their religion path, on the basis of their caste, on the basis of their creed, on the basis of their colors, in order to motivate one group or another group to not support the others. which is also a threat to the security. Another type of this is what we call the buffer zones or the buffer states. The buffer states are those states where the warring countries keep where the warring countries or the warring states keep a piece of land as a buffer zone or as a buffer state where both powers, where both the countries, where both powers or where both the countries are trying to mobilize their resources, but it minimizes the chance of clash between the two countries. This is another type of another method of this traditional notion of security. Another is the armament and the disarmament. In the armament, we have seen that there have been so many pacts. So the countries at the bipolarity level, the countries, both the communist powers as well as the capitalist powers, tried to have more and more armaments in their hands in order to impress the others by showing that they are more powerful and they have the might in their hands. And the disarmament came in its opposition in order to make the disarmament or arms control treaties in order to prevent the country, in order to save the humanity from the destruction, which came as a result that this was also the method used for the balance of power, or what we call this is the concern of the security at the international level. This is all about today's topic. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.